Hello and welcome to this short training video that will explain exactly how you can make your money back with USANA, but then also grow this into something that will pay for your products long term and something that can eventually grow into a legacy income for you if you want to go that far with USANA, which is a very viable option, especially when you have it clear in your mind how it works. And so this video is going to take away all of the confusion about the compensation plan, make it very simple to understand and to move forward. So when you first start with USANA, you basically have an option to get paid on one business center or on 3 business centers. Now, what's the difference? Okay, so that's the first thing you got to know. Obviously, 1 business center is on the left, 3 business centers here is pictured on the right. A business center is an ID number, okay? It's all virtual, it's all in the computer system of USANA. And when you enroll new business, the business gets assigned to the business center. So here's the example will make it clear. With 1 business center, let's say that you and your team generated 8,000 points of orders, okay? You would get paid an $800 paycheck. So do you see there how it's basically 8,000 points it's split on 2 legs, and that pays out a 10% payout, okay? Now, with 3 business centers, the same 8,000 points spread out over the 3 business centers generates $400 separate paychecks on business center 2 and business center 3. The volume also flows up to business center 1 and generates an additional $800 paycheck. So for the same 8,000 points, you doubled your money, $1,600 paycheck, which would be 20%. So it is much better to have 3 business centers open and operational because you really double your income with 3 business centers. And it can actually even go more than double over time. Now, to keep 1 business center active, I'm sorry, before we go to that example, this is one thing that this actually answers a question people have all the time. And that is when you enroll somebody, let's call this gentleman here Bob, okay? Now let's go ahead and suppose that you helped Bob generate 500 points on his right leg. Now, Bob is placed on your right leg, so the 500 points is going to flow up to you and to Bob. That's the beautiful thing about USANA's compensation plan. You both help the new person get started, and you both get 500 points. Now, Bob is on your right leg. You see that? It's very clear. Bob is on your right leg. But what if Bob enrolled 500 points on his left leg? Okay, if Bob enrolls 500 points on his left leg, the points still flow up to your right leg because Bob is on your right leg forever. Okay, so anything Bob ever does is always going to go up to the right side of your business. Now, you want Bob to get paid, so it's better for Bob to split his 500 points and put 250 on the left and 250 on the right. When Bob does that, Bob will end up making a $50 check, right? Because it's a 10% payout. And that's if Bob's doing 1 business center. He would make more actually if he had all of his business centers going. But just for this example, let's just suppose that Bob made $50. Now, Bob had 250 points on his left leg and his right leg, but they're going to combine up to 500 total points flowing up to your right leg. Okay, so the whole idea is that when you place someone on the left or right leg, that's where their points flow up to you forever. Okay, now let's say that you enrolled Jill here on the left. And let's say that Jill didn't do anything, okay? Because that's going to happen. Sometimes you enroll somebody and they don't follow through because life happens, or maybe they don't have a very strong belief yet, maybe in themselves or in the products or whatever. They need to grow their belief. So she doesn't do anything. So what you do then is, you would say, oh no, is my business over forever? No, you can just go ahead and enroll Henry. And let's say that you helped Henry generate 1,000 points. Okay, so now you can still get paid on your own business because the 1,000 points will go up to Sue. And she says, I'm back, because you can say, hey, Sue, you have 1,000 points now on your left leg. And Sue, if you build something on your inner leg, if you build something on the other side of your business, you'll get paid, Sue. So she's back. She's now wanting to know more. And we do that a lot. We tell our associates, hey, we have some points under you. But those 1,000 points are also going to go up to you. So now in this scenario, you have 1,000 points on the left side of your business and you have 500 points on the right side of your business. So what is your paycheck on this type of scenario? Okay, so it is, what they do is they take the commonality on both sides. So both sides have a minimum of 500. So they're going to pay you on that matching volume. That's 1,000 points of matching volume. So they're going to subtract that out. You're going to have 500 left over. They're going to pay you a $100 check. All right, so that's how it works with one business center. Now, let's suppose that you grew your business and you had 5,000 on both sides of your business. So this is a bigger example, right? Like I just shared a smaller example, but now a bigger example. So you grew your left leg to 5,000 and your right leg to 5,000. You make $1,000 that week. And if you do that every week, that's a $52,000 a year potential income. You maintain that by doing a 100-point auto order. And that would be by ordering a health pack or any of products that accumulate to 100 points. Okay, so it's okay to get paid on one business center. That still works. Now, with 3 business centers, the same thing would happen, but let's say that you had 5,000 points on each of the legs of you spread it out. Okay, so each leg had 5,000. You now would make separate $1,000 checks on the bottom business centers. The points flow up. You make 1,000 on the top business center. And so your total income is 3,000 a week potential which would be 156,000 per year. You maintain that with a 200-point auto order, which is roughly $280 worth of product. Now, I don't know about you, but most businesses where you can make a 6-figure income or a multiple 6-figure income, I've never found one that you can maintain on $282 a month. So really, quite frankly, this is a very smart business compared to the risk that you would have to assume to take on a normal franchise where you'd be spending hundreds of thousands to start it, maybe $5,000 to $10,000 a month to maintain it. People in USANA actually make more than, there are people in USANA that make more than traditional business owners, but for a fraction of the overhead. I mean, it's laughable how low cost this is for somebody to really operate at a business. Now, sometimes people say, well, what about like people who signed up a long time ago or the people at the top? Like, do they get paid all the money? Because like that's how a traditional job works, right? Like at your job, if you're the CEO, you make the most money, and then the presidents, then the vice presidents, then most people are middle management or staff and employees. Okay, but you will never make a job more than the CEO at your job. Well, with USANA, actually someone at the bottom could make more than someone at the top. So here's an example. You see here on the left, the gal at the bottom, let's just call her Crystal. Okay, let's say that Crystal generates her business and she creates 2 legs that are successful, and those 2 legs are making 5,000 points. So now Crystal just made a $1,000 check. So she's actually making more money than the people above her. So that's an example of someone who's quote unquote at the bottom making more than the people at the top. But the people above Crystal, they were smart because they got in. And so what happens is they will get points on one side of their business. We call them one-legged millionaires, okay? Because they've done nothing, okay? So it's like USANA's not going to pay them until they build the other side of their business, but they were smart. So you can see here, it goes up to Julie. She gets 5,000. It goes up to Henry. He gets 5,000. It goes up to Sue. She gets 5,000. And it also goes up to you. Now, you don't want to be a one-legged millionaire, so you continue to enroll new associates on your right leg. And let's just suppose that this lady right here at the bottom, we'll call her Giselle on the bottom of your right-hand leg. Okay. Giselle, let's say you help Giselle launch her business and she creates 1,250 points split. So Giselle would make a $125 check. The 1,250 points roll up to Joe. Joe then goes on to build his matching leg at 1250. So that's 2,500 points split for Joe. So he makes a $250 check. The points go up to Bob. Bob matches it with his own 2,500. So that's 5,000 points split for Bob, making a $500 check for Bob. And then the points flow up to you, and you also make a $1,000 check. So you see here that basically it's a model based on teamwork. And someone at the bottom can actually make more than someone at the top. You, as a brand new associate, could literally make more than me. And I've been in USANA for 14 years, and I would be happy for you because it would mean that it's helping my business get solid and grow also for me. So it's really a win-win opportunity. Now, obviously comparing this to working in in corporate America, the CEO will always make more. The people at the bottom will never be able to make more than the people at the top. Okay, now this is the final slide that will really give you the vision of how you can put this into a significant income in the next 2 to 4 years. Okay, so let's say that you start off in your first month and you make it a goal to enroll 4 associates. And let's say that all 4 of those associates started with a 200-point order. Okay, so that is what's going to happen is you're going to have 200 points on the left and right side of your bottom business centers. This is obviously with a 3 business center setup. So you would make $40 paycheck on both of the bottom business centers. The points would then flow up and you would make an $80 paycheck on the top business center. So in your first month, you would make $160. Okay, that is very doable. And obviously that means that your products are being paid for, either mostly or partially being paid for at this point. Now, let's suppose that the next month, people are going to order again, these same 4 people, because what happens with USANA's products is they feel better. People have experiences with their health. They lose weight. They have more energy, and they run out of products. So they need to order it again next month. So let's say that your 4 associates just did their monthly 200-point order again. Okay, some are going to order more, some are going to order less. So it's okay, but this is just for the example. Let's say that all 4 of them did their 200-point order. So you have 200 points flow up the next month, paying you another $40 check on the bottom centers. The points flow up to the top, paying you an $80 check on the top center. So you're making $160 residually. Okay, that's like a stock dividend that's very valuable. If you ever do stocks, you know that dividends pay you on whether you do anything or not, you have a dividend coming in. So this is equivalent to a stock at this point. Now, let's say in the second month, you mentor and work with your 4 associates and you help them enroll their own 4 associates and also clients. And let's say that those 4 all started at the smaller package of 200 points. So that means that you're having 800 points come up on every leg. So that would make a $160 paycheck on the bottom business centers. The points flow up, making a $320 check on the top business center. So you make $640 in the second month. So now your products are paid for, and it's pretty exciting because you're helping a lot of people. Now, the beautiful thing is next month, everybody's going to run out of product and need product again. So let's say that all of them did their auto order. So that means you have 1,000 points coming up on each leg, making a $200 paycheck on the bottom business centers, flowing up, making a $400 paycheck on the top business center. So now your residual income is $800 a month. Okay, so now that's almost like it's almost like you had a rental property, and after you paid the mortgage insurance and the taxes, you probably have an $800 net income if the house was paid off. Okay, so this is equivalent of almost having a rental property of residual income once you have built your team to this level. Okay, and this obviously is not to mention preferred customers, because when you enroll clients, you also get the volume into your tree and you get paid more. So this is actually a conservative estimate. So going on to the third month, okay, you help those teams now continue to grow and duplicate into 16 on each leg, which is very possible. That's what happens when people plug into the system. Now, let's say that those 16 people all did the small package. So that's 3,200 volume points in each leg. So that creates a $640 paycheck on the bottom business centers separately. The points flow up, creating a $1,280 paycheck on the top center. So now you have $2,500 from enrollments that month, okay? And then remember, the residual income kicks in because everybody's going to order their products again the next month. So now you're looking at 4,200 volume points of auto orders that month, which would create 840 on the bottom centers, flowing up to make 1,680 on the top center for a total of 3,360 residual income per month, okay? So obviously now you have things going. Now it's looking like this could turn into a full-time income possibly. Right now it's probably a very solid part-time income. Obviously a residual income of 3,300 is very similar to having 3 houses completely paid off and you're collecting rent checks, okay? So you've created an asset here that's very valuable. Now, let's say the next level down of those 16 people that they only enroll 1, okay? So it doesn't even duplicate to 32. Let's just say that each of them enroll 1. When you get to this level, though, they are enrolling more. But let's just say that each of them brought on 1 person. That means that that's 16 new packages, which would get, again, would be 2,500 in enrollment income. Then the auto orders kick in again for everybody, paying you $1,480 on the lower business centers, flowing up, paying you $2,960 on the top business center. And now you're at roughly $6,000 a month with your business residual income. Now, this example that I just explained to you, obviously it can happen in a 4-month period if you're moving really fast and you know what you're doing. However, I want to shift your perspective and give yourself 4 years to accomplish this. Give yourself the first year to build 4 solid people. You might have to enroll 20 or 30 clients and associates to find 4 really good ones, okay? Your residual will be $160 a month, but you're able to build more income as you grow in that first year, okay? But make it a goal to get your first year, basically getting your products paid for and getting it maybe like a $10,000 in a year type of an income established. Your second year, you help the team grow and you build up into an $800 a month income. Your third year, that's where you have the big growth because you stayed the test of time. This is a business. This is better than a job. Okay, so you're doing the same work, you're mastering your craft, you get to the 3K a month. And then the fourth year, now you can start to consider going full time when you get to the higher incomes. Now, $6,000 a month is very nice, but there is a lot more to be made in USANA's compensation plan because you can have multiple business centers. There's a PC bonus, there's a leadership bonus, there's all types of additional ways. Myself and my wife, we actually make a lot more than that already in our business, but this should give you the foundation to build your business to a full-time income. So if you have any questions, feel free to message me on social media. I'd be happy to answer anything, but this is literally what it takes. This is how to stack your business. This is the mentality to take with you. And this is exactly how you can make your USANA business into a full-time income. Thank you for watching. I look forward to hearing about your success with USANA's compensation plan, and I look forward to meeting you at an event soon.